Hello world, my name is Michael and this is WWE ARMBAR. Now, this is pretty much my first wrestling talk show basically. I'm a mass comm major at my university and I do other things on YouTube, but I wanted to do something with wrestling because I'm a huge fan. I've been watching since I was maybe 7 or 8 years old. I'm 28 now, so a good 20 years. My history with wrestling as far as mainstream stuff goes is I've watched WCW, the WWE Attitude Era days, and of course from the 2000 to 2010s I've pretty much kept up with a lot of the stuff going on in wrestling over the past 20 years basically, and I've kind of gotten back into it over the past couple of years, especially with the WWE network now going on for the past year. Now, I wanted to talk about post-Royal Rumble stuff. Now, everyone who watched the Royal Rumble knows that it was kind of upsetting, and I'm going to try to rewind here, okay, since it's already, the week after the Royal Rumble, and I want to get maybe this is my first thing on YouTube as far as wrestling goes, so I want to give my thoughts on the Rumble match itself. 2015 Royal Rumble was not the best Royal Rumble I've seen, but it's actually not the worst that I've seen, okay? I think what made it bad was the fans' reactions to Roman Reigns winning the Rumble, of course, and of course Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler being eliminated as early as they were. Dolph Ziggler was the 30th man, and for him to be thrown over the top rope in fashion where the Big Show and Kane were double teaming everyone basically towards the end, and same goes for Daniel Bryan. He gets knocked out, or whatever, however he got eliminated. So this Royal Rumble to me was one of the more boring ones, of course. And as you can see here, I'm wearing a Roman Reigns shirt. Of course, a lot of people were backlashing him for winning the Rumble. Everyone now thinks that he's the chosen one, so to speak, just like, another John Cena, basically. And I'm hoping that this doesn't, defer fans from liking Roman Reigns. I think he's, a great wrestler. He needs to brush up on things like, his in-ring persona, his promos, everything like that goes. A little more, give him a little more, technical skills as far as the in-ring performance goes, but other than that, this guy, I know he's, a main eventer, just like, other guys like Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. Of course, these guys were all former Shield members, but, they're going to, of course, rise up to the top in their own ways. Seth Rollins holding the Money in the Bank, contract, and Dean Ambrose, rising up in popularity, going by the lunatic fringe persona that he's got going. So, going back to the Rumble, and I actually have, stuff up here because I kind of don't remember the matches, right? But first match being the Ascension, which was Connor and Victor versus the New Age Outlaws. Now, I don't know why they brought the New Age Outlaws back for this match. Maybe they were the youngest of the older tag teams as far as I know, I would have preferred seeing Kevin Nash and Scott Hall going at it with them. Or heck, even some of the old NW, Hulk Hogan or somebody like that. But they won, and they're continuing to win their matches. They just won tonight on Thursday Night SmackDown. And of course, they were one of the best tag teams in NXT history, but that hasn't been going as relatively long as the other shows have been going. So of course, bigger and better things to go. I don't think the fan base is there quite yet because a lot of people think that, they're just a knockoff of the Legion of Doom, but these are two completely different guys, Same color scheme, the red and black, so maybe they should switch it up a little, but other than that, I don't think that that's going to, they're going to continue to progress in their career, and, bigger and better things to come for them. The Tag Team Championship, the Mizdow and the Miz versus the Usos. wasn't one of the better matches of the night. In fact, I probably went to the restroom during that match because I didn't really care to see who won that match, to be honest with you. But the tag team division has to get better. If you guys watched the Rumble, Bubba Ray, Dudley came out, so hoping that him and Devon make their return and that they rejuvenate the tag division, because these random tag teams aren't doing it for me. Tyson Kidd and Cesaro is a good tag team, and I hope to see a lot of great things from those two. But other than that, I don't care or wish to see the Usos tag team champions much longer. I think those guys are great athletes. They're the sons of Rikishi, but I would love to see those two do a little bit of more singles competition, and hopefully one day they'll be one of the greatest tag teams, because they're twins and they're going to be a tag team for a long time. But eventually I hope they do split up and do their own thing. So going from there, it went to the Bella Twins versus Paige and Natalia. I remember that match, actually. That was probably my favorite match of the night besides the triple threat match. But other than that, I love to see Paige and Natalia. I think those are two future Hall of Fame divas right there. Don't really care for the Bella Twins being heels, because it's just not interesting to see, I'm better than everyone, I'm prettier than everyone, stuff like that. Don't really care for that. But, other than that, decent match. I think, Paige and Natalia lost that match to the Bellas. But other than that, great match overall. And now pushing forward to the main event before the Rumble, which was the triple threat match: Seth Rollins, John Cena, and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was a beast like he always is, but it's kind of getting old, those German suplexes, and it's really leading me to believe, what else can Lesnar do in the ring besides that and the F5? You don't really see him do a lot of grappling moves or holds besides the Kimura lock, with the arm. And he's just a big powerhouse guy. He'll just toss you around the entire ring with no actual wrestling, in-ring wrestling abilities. So, of course, I would like to see, that change. It was a great match. Seth Rollins was doing a lot of high-flying moves. He jumped off the turnbuckle and jumped on Brock Lesnar in the table, apparently breaking his rib or something like that. I don't think he did. I think that's just another push for the storyline at WrestleMania. I don't know what's going to happen there. Roman Reigns is the #1 contender now, so who knows what's going to happen. But, a lot of great things coming for Seth Rollins. Even though he's the heel, he's a great in-ring competitor. He knows his way around the ring, so hopefully that's a good, it'll continue growing. So, and of course Lesnar won, so, Lesnar's going to hopefully, main event WrestleMania, and hopefully he's done after the year. I'm hoping that they take him back to UFC. That way they bring the main title back on the show, and the main guy is there on a weekly basis. I think that's what's upsetting to most fans the most, is that he's there maybe once a month. He's not making an appearance, and it's really making the other titles on the show, the Intercontinental Championship, the U.S. title, and it's making them very bland. And now that John Cena is kind of feuding with Rusev, I do hope to see him eventually get a title shot against the United States champion, and so forth. Maybe make those titles more important, because like me, my favorite belt is the Intercontinental Championship belt. So I'm actually going to do reviews on these two title belts that I have here. You'll see these in a couple of videos later on. So other than that, the Rumble match was very plain. Bray Wyatt, dominated half of it, eliminating the first 15 people. It was just him, basically. Daniel Bryan coming in at number 10 was exciting for a few minutes, and, it kind of wore down. Would love to see more great things from Stardust. And, of course, let's see what's to come, guys. And, of course, this is my first wrestling rant, I guess. This is WWE ARMBAR. I have a Facebook like page. I actually do a radio show for school with one of my buddies, and I'm hoping to get him on the show one of these days, and I'm hoping to record one of our podcasts that we do. So I'm going to post the link to my Facebook page and my Twitter down below, so you guys can follow me. If you guys like to talk wrestling, You can maybe post on my Facebook page and Twitter if you want to hear on my wrestling show, on the radio show what we talk about. It's a live stream. I do it at school, so it's going to be online. It's an online radio. But, take a look at those things. If you're interested in listening to radio, my radio show is every Tuesday at noon, 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, which would be 1 o'clock Eastern, and 3 or 4 o'clock on the West Coast. So, take a look at that. Please like my page. Please follow my Twitter. And I'll try to be as interactive with you guys as possible. And, of course, let me know what you guys want to hear, what you want me to talk about. And, I'll try to keep this going. So thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe.